Hello everyone and welcome back to another game. On today's game we will be spectating an 8-way free-for-all on Bedouins. So this is Bedouins. I think this is just a for fun game, although I'm not 100% sure. But either way, it should be a fun game. Look at all the different civs we have. A lot of good players in here as well. And we are on Voobly. So very good performance on Voobly. We're on the Wololo Kingdoms patch. So let's introduce the players. We have Sue Milford. He's the organizer of the Clash of the Hippo tournaments. What those tournaments are, I'll put a link on the top right for you guys, and I've played in quite a few of them. They're basically free for all. What is it called? King of the Hill tournaments, and it's just a whole bunch of fun. Usually day-long events. So he's the organizer. He's also a 2K rated random map and a 2K rated deathmatch player. So he's a very, very good player, and he's playing as the Indians today. And what is the name of that? It's Bedouins, right? Bedouins. A lot of little fishies here. They all have a lot of food. In yellow, we have Drakant playing as the Burmese. I heard Will work for Ice Cream on a stream today compared Drakant to a heel in wrestling because he makes so much drama, but he makes it entertaining as well. So Drakant is a 2K rated player on Voobly. He's very good, and he's playing as the Burmese. In orange, we have Teutonic Tanks playing as the Huns. Teutonic Tanks is about 1600 level, I believe, on Voobly. 1600 on Voobly, by the way, is about 2K on HD. So that gives you a little bit of reference. We have 69 Octopus playing as the Ethiopians. I don't know much about 69 Octopus. In gray, we have Giolo Matthias playing as the Portuguese. Don't know too much about this player as well. In purple, we have Dross playing as the Malay. He played in the last game I was in, though I don't know too much about his skill level. In blue, we have Marauder, or Vicious Marauder, or Dave, as he's known on T90 stream. And he's one of the more prominent CS players. So he plays a lot of custom scenario games. He's also known for a little bit of casting on T90 stream. He's about a 1600 level rated player on Voobly. And he's playing as the Vietnamese. And last but not least, we have Hank, the super nerd, or Hank. He's played in many games on our stream before. He's playing as the Japanese. I believe he's about 1500 level. So players start out all over the place. This was a nomad start, as you guys might have noticed. We could compare all these civilizations. This is so interesting as far as the civ dynamic. If you've never played King of the Hill before, basically, when this monument hits 0 years, then the player with control of it will win. If the monument switches control below 100 years, then the timer resets. And if you have a single unit in the middle by the time the timer hits 0 years, that is a single unit, and you control the monument, then you win. And we've done many King of the Hill games before. But this is a little interesting because the skill level of the players is much higher. So let's take a look at these civilizations, the starting positions of each player. We'll start with Milford, one of the best players in this game. Milford chose the Indians, which the Indians are very good overall civilization. They have a very strong economy, probably top 3 in the game. They also have a good late game with elephant archers and their Imperial Camel. So the Imperial Camel can shred through basically all types of cavalry, and then the elephant archer can shred through to all types of archers. And then if they want, they can go for hand cannons, which can shred through infantry. So it's a very nice counter system the Indians have late game, although they don't have the best siege. But you pair that together with their economy, and you've got a really strong civilization, as well as their fishing bonus. Their fishing bonus must be huge on this. Each of these fish lakes have about 300 food, and the Indians fishermen carry more food, as well as fish from lakes faster. So that's a huge bonus. So really, the Indians have it all. Early game, late game, whatever. Right next to Milford, we have the other top-rated player in the game, Drakant, playing as the Burmese. The Burmese get a wood bonus, which helps boost their economy. They get one of the strongest Castle Age unique units in the game in the Arimbai, which is often compared to the Conquistador. So it's a very strong Castle Age unit. Late game, they don't have too much going for them. They can have nice infantry, nice halbs, nice champions, and their Arimbai can potentially be strong. But other than that, the Burmese don't have a great late game either. So maybe Drakant can make use of that unique unit. I feel like that's where his strength is. He's going to go Market Blacksmiths. Let's see if he's taking stone anywhere. Do we see him taking stone? Looks like we don't, so might not make use out of that then. I think he's going to have a hard time against the Indian player here, Milford. And he's sandwiched also next to Teutonic Tanks. So Teutonic Tanks is playing as the Huns. The Huns are they're their classic AOC civilization. Very strong cavalry, very good cavalry archers, very good at rushing. Decent economy as well, so they're going to be a tough civ also. And they have a good late game army with paladins, hussar, and cavalry archer. 69 Octopus is playing as the Ethiopians, kind of in the middle of the map. You kind of want to be towards the edge, I feel. That way, if players are going for the monument, they won't accidentally take you out as well. But the Ethiopians have a good early game due to the extra resources they get when they age up. They also have the best siege in the game with the unique tech, making their onagers do additional splash damage. And then their Arbalists are pretty good. I think Shotel Warriors are probably one of the worst unique units in the game, if just in my opinion. So 69 Octopus Market Blacksmith, he most likely will go for a boom. Meanwhile, Teutonic Tanks is actually going for the Scout Rush. Can pick off a few villagers. Will it be worth his while though? In a free-for-all, probably not. And I would have advised against the strategy. The player most in the middle of the map is going to be Hank, playing as the Japanese. The Japanese have a great early game due to saving resources on their mining camps and lumber camps. I don't agree with that tower, considering there's no villages here. I'm not really sure what Hank is doing. He's taking a ton of stone, which is unusual as Japanese, and he's built a tower also. He's built 2 towers on his stone. Samurai play, perhaps? I think Hank's strategy is to try to get the early Wonder Snipe in 381 years, or about 20 minutes game time. Maybe 15 minutes real time. So he's going to try to castle up and build stone walls here. But late game, the Japanese not the strongest civilization. Samurai is their strongest unit. In gray, we have Gil Matthias playing as the Portuguese. As you can see, he's going with Archer Range Blacksmith. Could make some of their archers. All their gold units cost less gold, 15% less. And they have some very good bombard cannons and hand cannons with the unique tech Arquebus, which means they basically get ballistics. So that's the strength of their civilization. Nothing really else going for them in this kind of situation. There we go. No for going for his boom. Indians have a very strong boom. Meanwhile, Dracont. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Dracont going to make the monks. The monks of the Burmese are very good. They get to see all the relics on the map. Let's just go to Dracont's point of view. There you go. And also all the monk technologies are 50% off, which we know how pricey those technologies can be, so it's a huge bonus. So perhaps Nilford could be out of this game early. He needs to have some sort of defense against this. And there's a few scouts here from Teutonic Tanks as well. Spearmen already being made. This is going to be a tough defense for Nilford. He could potentially go out of the game really early here. In purple, we have Dross playing as the Malay. We'll get back to the situation in a minute. Dross playing as the Malay. The Malay can spam tons of karambits into the middle. That would be great for keeping down the monument. They have a nice early game with the age up bonus. And they can also make elephants, although they are lacking a bit of pierce armor, since the Malay don't get 2 of the armor upgrades from cavalry. In blue, we have Marauder, and he can make elephants of his own, which will be very good at tanking arrow shots. Very strong late game army. He can also make his unique unit if he needs to. But really not too much else going for the Vietnamese. And that's all the civilizations. Let's go to where the action is. Monk Rush coming out. Looks like Teutonic Tanks is going to help out Nilford a bit. And, oh, he's actually going to let the monk go, and the monk is going to stop the conversion. Teutonic Tanks saying sorry, so these guys have an informal alliance to try to take down Nilford. Pikeman coming out from Octopus as well. Octopus wants to get into action as well. This is terrible for Nilford. Nilford's getting 3 versus 1 right now. Now, he is one of the best players in the game. However, Dracont's an extremely good player as well. So you really shouldn't be trying to help Dracont too much. Ah. I wish I could pronounce Fanes better. Pipuria Pai says that the Japanese might be going for Yasama, which is the unique tech for the tower shooting extra arrows in the middle. That could be a potentially strong strategy, yeah. So 3 town centers for Hank. We'll check out back on him later. This town center is definitely going to go down for Nilford. What is Nilford's defense going to be? He's just trying to boom a little bit more in the back. He's running a lot of his villagers away. See, if Nilford builds mangonels, he could defend. However, the Burmese, with that cheap redemption, could start converting his mangonels. Nilford doesn't have enough food for scouts. There's some spearmen here as well, so that's not going to work. Nilford is going to try for the siege workshop to try to take down some mangonels, but again, Dracont. We'll keep our eyes out for that redemption technology. And first town center down from Nilford. He's going to start plummeting in scores. Dross has made a single knight. That, oh, don't know what the point of that is. Just a little bit of scouting. A little bit of bragging rights. Say, oh, I have the monument right now. I'm the top dog in the game. Even though it doesn't actually give you any sort of benefit. In my opinion, the monument should give you like a small trickle of resources. That would be awesome. Hank, yeah, Hank's definitely going to go for that tower play, though. He's building a lot of watchtowers. The good thing about being here with all of his villagers is he can all-in anytime he wants. In fact, this is going to be an all-in because any player that goes for the middle is going to have to take out Hank. So Hank is going to go for that first Wonder Snipe in 300 years. And if he doesn't get it, he's probably going to be out of the game. Meanwhile, there we go. There's that redemption technology. However, I think the Siege Workshop has already paid off, especially if he gets 2 mangonels. No, he's only going to get 1. So that's going to slow things down. If he could get a second, though, that would be awesome. Here we go. The monks are going to start their conversions in a second. Here we go. And there we go. They already have Sanctity, so they can take a shot. Delete your mangonel. No, for delete it. Oh, it's too late. So with the Siege Workshop and Mangonel, he's going to just slightly delay this push by destroying 1 Mangonel. But Milford is in a world of trouble. He needs to migrate out to the side. He looks like he's going to try to get a castle. If he can get a castle, he can stay in the game. How are the other players doing? Looks like the Ethiopian Spearmen going to clean up those scouts. The Ethiopians get pikemen for free. Nice little bonus for them. The Hal bonus is nicer still, since that is a more expensive technology. Oh, that's going to be a little bit of a costly mistake. Dracon's going to get his way, and he's going to take out his opponent. Let's see how long this alliance between Teutonic tanks and Dracon lasts, though. Because these guys are right next to each other. When you're right next to each other, you compete for resources. And when you compete for resources, that can lead to conflict. Here's the first castle for Hank. He started stonewalling here as well. The backside is completely secure with stone walls. The front is still completely open, however. Now, what can other players see? Other players can't really see that Hank is here. Especially with purple guarding the monument. This actually works to purple's advantage. To Hank's advantage. It makes him even less of a threat. Meanwhile, look at the walls from Marauder. I do like these walls. These will keep him safe from raids till the later stage of the game. But Marauder's just going to come in maybe 10-15 minutes. He's going to boom up as much as possible. Meanwhile, 2 town centers down for Dracon. Dracon's going to look for the next town center, and he's going to try to convert some of these buildings on his way as well. Let's see if Nilford deletes it. Looks like he's going to get a Siege Workshop converted, which is not good. This town center's a goner. No. Does Nilford have enough for a castle yet? No stone. He's been mining stone for a while. Oh, there we go. There's his castle. So this castle will keep him in the game. And he's got plenty of space to reboom. There's no one next to him. So as long as Dracon doesn't have a death wish for Nilford, he should stay in the game. And hopefully be able to come back later. Let's take a look at some of the highest scored players. Right now we have Dross in the top score. The score mostly reflects booming. We have 4 town-centered boom from Dross. Dross will be up into the Imperial Age really quickly with a melee. Second most is Dracont. Dracont is on 63 villagers, so he doesn't have much of a boom going, but he's killed a lot of things, which elevates his score. And he's going to go back for now. So he's going to leave Milford to be. Milford could potentially build up and get some revenge on Dracont. So Dracont not able to seal the deal, able to finish the job. So he's not looking that great. He kind of delayed himself a little bit with this this push. I expect him to be dropping a bit in the score. Third in score, we have Teutonic tanks. Still making use out of all that extra fish. He's playing as the Huns. And it looks like Teutonic tanks has a good boom going from 80 villagers. One of the most in the game. He's got, like, I think 4 town centers now. We're just going to call this player Gray, because I can't pronounce his name. So Gray is going for a few crossbows, but is he up? No, he's not up. Huh. Oh, he's starting to take down 69 octopus. Oh, look at all the crossbows he has. So 69 octopus needs to make some sort of defense. Was he expecting this from Gray? I don't think so. So 69 octopus gonna do a little dance with his mangonels. Let's see if he can get some monster shots. There we go. Good first shot. He's gonna get the second shot. No, he's not. So these crossbows can storm right in. Man-at-Arms being upgraded from Gray. What? Oh, he's playing as the melee, so his units won't cost any gold. His two-handed swords eventually. But Teal is in a lot of trouble. Teal is in a lot of trouble. His castle's not really protecting him at all. These 2 town centers could be goners. 3 town centers even. And the thing is, 69 Octopus really has nowhere to run. Oh, and Dracon's turned on him also. 69 Octopus getting sandwiched from all angles. What did he ever do to anyone? This is gonna be tough. We'll see if Gray and Dracon can keep from killing each other also. Looks like there was a good Mangonel shot here. But whatever, Dracon's gonna finish the job. Poor castle positioning. And Nilford's just booming it in the back. He's got 2 town centers up here. This town center lived surprisingly as well. That one should have definitely gone down though. So we'll see if this comes to bite Dracon. He's not focusing on Nilford anymore, he's focusing on Teal. And Gray and Dracon are going to continue their alliance. Sorry, Orange and Dracon. Meanwhile, no one is really going for Hank. Hank's going to get the fortified wall upgrade. He's finishing up his walls on the top. As you can see, players still don't see any of this. And with just a few more walls, Hank's fortification will be complete. There we go. Now, who will be the first to challenge this, I wonder? Marauder's starting to make some barracks. We saw Purple making some investments in military. There we go. You see, Capturim's out for him. Now, Hank's going to have to defend this somehow. He doesn't really have that much army. He's got a few pikemen. However, they will be going against 2-headed swordsmen, and I think we know who wins that matchup. So what Hank should do is maybe tech into Onager, start to fire from behind his walls, tech into Samurai, or champions of his own. And there's only 150 years left, 175 before that monument goes down. So it looks like 69 Octopus might actually be the first player in the game. We thought it was going to be Nilford, but it's not. You make castle in my face, sorry. I believe in you. Ah, Orange doesn't like this castle from Decrant. This castle is meant for one thing and one thing only, and that's to prevent Teutonic tanks from raiding him. So not a lot of trust there anymore. That's my home, not your face. What are they Xing? I think this was his home. Oh, there was a Doubt Castle attempt to go up. 69 Octopus. I'm gonna lose everything trying to get the castle up. 69 Octopus down to 40 villagers now. Most of which are in the... Look at this terrible little town. Just nobody's working. There's dead bodies everywhere. There's an army right outside your doorstep. It's terrible. Alright, so small defense from Hank. He's got enough pikemen for now. He needs to work on his upgrades. We have Hank going up to the Imperial Age. Force Levy going to come in for the two-handed swordsman. And I think Gray's going to sit back for now. But this is the thing, you know? Player's going to go for the middle now. Dracon's going to attack from the north. Eventually Marauder will attack from the right. We, of course, already have Dross attacking. And we'll see if Gray starts to attack into the middle. So these 140 years are going to be critical for Hank. Either Hank is going to win the game right here, or he's going to lose everything. And I would bet on the latter. I would bet on I never got that one. The former or the latter. But I would bet against Hank. Let me put it that way. A few Rams coming in for Teutonic tanks. Not too much support, but they can be able to take on this town center. Heavy camel done for Nilford. What is Nilford's population? He's up to 100 villagers. So he's come back a bit. Dracon's going to give him a little more harassment. But Nilford's going to be a threat really soon, especially to the Burmese. That those are run by. Another castle's going to come up for Dracon. Those castles help to defend the economy, defend the farmland. So hole going to be made onto the left side of Hank. Now, Hank does not have Keith yet. Does not have Bracer. Does not have Chemistry. And I would doubt he'd have Yasama as well, which he does not, as you can see. So this strategy looks to have backfired pretty tremendously for Hank in the last, what, 2-3 minutes? Here comes the two-handed swordsman from Dross. Captain's coming in. It's going to be really hard for Hank to hold this for the next 100 years. Let's see, Teal. Teal dropping down to 35 population now, most of which is in this town center. Going to drop down to 30 now. And there's Captrans on their way. Elite Urimbai being done by Drakant. Does Nilly have the heavy camels yet? Yeah, he's going up to Imperial Camel now. And it's going to be good. We'll see how they do against the Urimbai. And we haven't talked much about Marauder. Marauder's just been booming. He secured a nice chunk of the map for himself. A lot of resources in it. And I don't see too many upgrades coming from him. Chemistry. But no military buildings. Playing a little bit of SimCity here with his walls. Just 2 archery ranges. So I like Marauder's position. That's what you want to do in a free-for-all. Just hang back. Less than 100 years now, so as soon as someone retakes the monument, the timer will go back up to 100 years. What's up, Akira? Welcome to the stream. And it's important that Dross and Gray don't battle each other because they have to take care of Hank, which has now gotten the Bracer upgrade and Keep upgrade. He's just missing that Yasama upgrade, which is so important. And Chemistry, too. Meanwhile, Milford is going to come back with a vengeance. He's going to slaughter all of these villagers from Drakant. This is Milford's revenge. This used to be all Milford's territory, and Drakant took it away from him. So this should be an all-out war between Drakant and Milford. That is if Orange wants to stay allied to Drakant, because Orange could definitely backstab if he wanted to. Oh man, Siege ran dumb for Teutonic tanks. Teutonic tanks saying, need help, bro. Milford saying, sure, I'm sure Orange wasn't offering Milford help. Probably offering Drakant help. 70 years, actually, this stuff is still up. I'm a little surprised. This stuff is still up. There's a lot of units here for Hank. Oh, here we go. Marauder's gonna move in. How much does a cast? How much damage do castles do against Rattan archers? I'm not sure. Look at the Pierce armor, 6+4. Isama's still not done. I can't really. Oh my god! They took it from right out under Gray. Green. That's horrible. That is horrible. I was going to reset that timer up by 30 years, and we know that Hank couldn't have held out. I don't think he could have held out for the full time anyway. So that really hurts him. Marauder's definitely going to want to keep these castles up, though, so he can continue to make Rattan archers. After all this time, and all blue has is Rattan archers, you have to have a balanced army composition at this stage. Look at Milford, though. Milford raiding with his camels. Drakant might be in some serious trouble. Trebuchet is coming out. The Indians are so hard to stop late game towers. And Dross making his scorpions to add into his army. What we need to see is maybe some onagers to this composition. So it looks like Teutonic Tanks is done mopping up Octopus, so he's gonna move on to Gray, which is also one of the weaker players. As well as Gray getting sandwiched by Dross on the top too. So no player technically out. 69 Octopus is down to 15 villagers. Let's count it down. 14 villagers. 13. Is this one skirmisher gonna be a hero? I don't think so. 10 villagers. Is there gonna be anything left? 8, 4, and that's it. That's it. It's gonna be the last 3. 3, 2, 1. That's it. No more villagers left for Octopus. Let's go to his point of view. No town centers for him. That's it. 69 Octopus is officially, unofficially out of the game. All he can do is make these pikemen and hope to take the middle with these this squadron of 6 pikemen. That is his only shot at winning this game. Can you imagine that? If those 6 pikemen went on a mission and won the game for him? Over on the top, Drakant, not surprisingly, having tough time against the camels. In hindsight, Drakant, you should have at least taken out this town center in Nilford. Maybe went for the Urimbai raids a little earlier, or upgraded to for the Halb upgrade, which your Halbs are pretty damn good as the Burmese to help deal with these camels. But it looks like Drakant will also be out of the game, so let's look at the superpowers in this game. We have Teutonic tanks, Marauder in opposite corners, Nilford in the top corner, and Dross in the bottom corner, and the X Factor being Hank, which only has to survive another 50 years. Imagine if Hank had a single unit in the middle, that timer would be down to 20 years. Drakant saying go middle Nilford. Now what Hank should be doing is he should be walling like mad, buying stone and just walling everywhere. Because one thing Nilford does not have, he does not have rams. Just got the single one ram here, so Nilford can't really help out on the top. On the bottom, we have trebuchets and rams, sure, but we don't have a very sizable army. The sizable army goes to kind of to Marauder, who has these archers. But there's no real army that's going to be able to run in here and kill units. And neither does Orange. I think Hank has a really good shot at winning this game. This is going to be incredible if Hank wins the game. Please, please get Yasama, though. I don't understand why not getting with Yasama. Furam's going to move their way in. It's going to be close 30 years. It's a very weak army for Hank. We saw Hank lose it before, even with all these defenses. Hank needs rams. He needs stuff. He just needs stuff. I think all he needs is that Yasama upgrade. Alright, so Blue's going to team up. Teutonic Tanks is going to team up. We have Dross here teaming up. Gonna take down the trebuchets. Not that many units here for Hank. Hank could lose the monument right here. Nilford's gonna move into the middle too. 19 years. Hank needs just 1 unit in the middle. He needs to send everything. Send the villagers. Send everything, man. There's a lot of Halbs. Move the Halbs in. Okay. Halbs are in 15 years. The villagers are going in. Oh my god. This is it. This is it for Hank. Send everything. 4 villagers, 12 years remaining. This is gonna be close. This is it for Hank. He's got no more. Village is moving in 9 years. The underdog in this matchup. With all these top players, and Hank is going to take it. 6 years remaining. 5, 4, 3. Players going to call it GG. 2. Yes. And 1! Alright, Hank's gonna take the game. What an awesome game. After all this action on the top, all this action in the bottom, all this action on between Marauder and Dross, the player that actually goes for the middle is gonna be the one that wins it, of course. Ah, what a good game from Hank. So this again was played on Voobly, Willalow Kingdoms. We'll be seeing more games from here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and here's some more videos you can see, and I'll see you soon.